Greetings and welcome to another alternate Thursday presentation. And today I figured, why not try another game from my childhood? In fact, who from my age, let's call it the past, has not grown up with the Settlers? Or any version of the Settlers. I mean, there's like 10 games of it now? Now, I don't have all versions of the Settlers, but they have remained one of my favorite games. This is once again one of those games that was given to us, to my family, by my cousin. And I found it really fascinating. Although, to be honest, I will be honest about this, I've never actually finished every mission. For one very specific reason, and it's mostly also why I'm not entirely certain I could turn this into a series. I know Settlers games. And I know my Settlers games. They take a long time. And while they are fascinating to play, I'm not entirely certain it's fascinating to watch. Cause you're doing a whole lot of waiting. But, I'll just not drag this out too much longer. The first mission shouldn't take that long. So let's dive right in. Alright, let's get a prime castle location, I think. Let's see, very much above average, very much indeed. This is gonna be it. And I'm gonna put my castle over here. Yep. Et voila. Right. I want a fortress up here. Yep. Ah, darn it. Oh well. Let's just make it a regular guard post. Oh, wait, I have to wait until it burns down. So annoying. I mean, this location is real desirable. Alright, it's gone now. What else can I build? Alright. Yep. Regular barracks, or regular guard post. Let's get building. Yep. Now this game is really wonderful. For its simplicity and the repetitive music. I mean, after a while this just gets stuck in your head and it will not leave. But it is so good. It's almost hypnotic. Yep. Now, I will not be explaining everything I'm doing right here, just setting up a basic economy. Yep. And also expanding a little bit. Because I need to. Yep. Now, since this is the first mission, we've been given well and more than enough supplies to get everything started. Yep. Those are some darn steep hills. Yep. Alright, let's have a look at all the stuff we have. This is the basic military interface, I believe. So I'm gonna increase the chances of turning my regular helpers into militia. Or recruits, rather, I'm not entirely sure. The game doesn't actually ever tell you what the title is. This is all the stuff I have. I have plenty of swords and shields, so I will not be running out of soldiers anytime soon, beyond not having any. This is all the professional people I have. Looks like just basic stuff right now. I'm a little low on helper people. That'll change in time. For now, though, just need to get the economy going. So I've got a forester, a woodcutter, and a sawmill. And I'm also expanding, so there's that. Now my enemy is probably doing much the same thing. She is relatively unaggressive. She's just very annoying in where she puts down her buildings. Now the reason I wanted this location is because there's gold in these damn hills. These star hills.
Yep.
Or whatever the expression is.
Yep.
And there goes my first soldier. It's one of the beardy guys. Because you've got soldiers in 5 flavors. It's basically raw recruits. The next level up. Then the guy with wings on his helmet. The orange stripe over his head guy. And finally the knight. I know that's not the official titles, but since the game isn't telling me what the titles are, I make them up as I go along. Now, darn it. Kinda want to put a castle very close to where she is. Or a fortress. I can't do it right now though. That's fine, let's just build up our forces as we go. Also, we'll need to change some settings. I don't want any soldiers in any building that isn't close to the border. Just put this to medium, and anything close to the border I want full up. Right, he found gold. Which isn't too unexpected. Just let him dig some more. Now I know there is gold in the, what do you call it, coal in this part of the mountains, and there's iron and more coal in this part. So I need to secure that. And there's the coal. Well, that's only a small seam though. I'll let him... Ooh. He decided not to build that. How very interesting. It is a little bit annoying when your enemy chooses to build their forces so close to yours, but we have to make do. Ah, and here I can put my fortress, which is very convenient if you can place that close to your enemy. Because any building close to the border will have the soldiers in it train much faster. And you can gauge the strength of your soldiers by this figure. If it's below 100%, you most likely will not be successful when you assault the castle. Alright, that's a big coal vein. It's a bit difficult to see actually, because I'm playing in the SVGA mode, which basically just zooms out everything, which is fine for playing in most circumstances, but it's a little difficult to see on a screen this size. Alright. So we have expanded, and now I need a quarry, a stone cutter, and I'm trying to find a smooth path that's relatively smooth, with a small intersection, and I can also set up a fishery. Can I set it up any closer? I suppose this is good. Which will mean we'll have some basic supply of fish for our miners once I get that started. A little bit worried about setting anything up here yet, because of this building, which is most likely a guard post. Now, as for any big buildings I could make, there's of course the regular production stuff, which I don't really need right now. And there's 2 farms, another stockpile, a tool shop, and I'm not entirely sure what the point is really of the medium fortresses, the guard posts, the watchtowers I believe these are called. If you can build a fortress, wouldn't you just build a fortress? But I suppose it depends really on how much time you have to set things up. Alright, so let's secure that flank. And it's very hilly. I don't like it.
Yep.
Right. Is there any space in here? Nope. Too much hills. Well. Let's turn this into a farm.
Yep.
He's found more coal. It's not of any use to me, but...
Yep.
And another path leading here. Nope, no. That one.
Yep.
And he's still digging. Oh, he's found some iron for me. Too bad I can't use it, but that's fine for now. Now, I don't want to build too many things at the same time, but things like the forester and the woodcutter take a little while to activate. I know farms take a long time before they become productive. And I suppose I actually could put up another stone cutter here to clear out these rocks a little bit faster. But I should keep expanding.
Yep.
To make this mountain range completely mine.
Yep.
Yeah, and basically I'm just putting intersections everywhere to keep the road short. Which will cut into my supply of helper dudes, but it looks like we're creating them at a good enough pace. Morale is going up. Alright, so he's got a stone cutter there. He's building a tool workshop. I'm not entirely sure why, but no, actually, I do know why. From the start screen, I could tell she was not starting with very many supplies. So, it would only make sense that she would be building a tool workshop, because she needs it. In fact, she is quite desperate in her position. Yeah, I'll hold off on the mines until he's done. Oh, more iron. Can't use it. But I know there's lots of iron in these hills. And in the meantime we can look at the productivity. Alright, so I'm making some logs, I'm not making any planks, nothing stone yet. And I'm also not making any food. That's actually kind of a waste of time. You can also see where stuff is going. Right now nothing is going anywhere. Although we are using gold to train soldiers. But that's mostly the gold we already have in our stockpile. We can tell how many of these people we have. That's the total supplies, the buildings we have, and what we're building yet. It's not much. All the people we have, and basically how we're doing comparatively. Like, our soldier count is actually quite low compared to them. But we have more buildings, we have more territory, and overall we're doing much better. Wow, he's really desperate for supplies. Yeah, that's as much as I figured. That's the guard post, so I'll be losing some territory soon. And now that I know that, alright, let's remove this road and this flag. I'm gonna take this gold mine and this
Yep.
coal mine
Yep.
and connect them up to the castle.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna put a mint over here. I don't really need to build a tool workshop or even a smithy, because I have got plenty of stuff. I'm overloaded with stuff, so really I just need to make sure that I have more than enough gold, and I'm completely out of the regular stuff. Alright, so the farm is being built. I'm gonna put down another farm, because I can never quite be sure how effective the farms will be. They will just randomly place down patches of grain.
Yep.
At least I know the fishing is sort of effective. Alright. And they're still in here. Nothing much else is happening. Although we are getting a load of soldiers, that's mostly probably because I put up the slider. Just turn it down a little bit to make sure that I get some workers. And for now I don't really want to change any of this. Don't want to increase the amount of soldiers protecting my castle. Or amount of soldiers I don't want to leave the castle even if I do something else. And I can't instantly turn anyone because I don't have any spare no job guys. I also don't really want to change how much food any of the mines are getting, where the wood is gonna go, and the steel, and who is getting the most coal and grain. Yeah, once that fort is built, I will gain complete control over these mountains, and I should be able to get up an iron mine if I choose to. I'm not really sure why I would. I've got so many tools. I'm not even short on food and I haven't built anything. Really, I just need to make sure that I get gold. And I'll turn this into a mill. Right, another piece of mountain is mine. And I'll just keep on expanding.
Yep.
I'll eventually want to envelop her entire land.
Yep.
Which is easy to see on this map. It's a relatively small world. If I work hard enough, I can even connect to my own land. Although that is a lot of building I need to put down then. In the meantime, she's expanding to the west. And probably to the south here. I'm just gonna be preemptive and put this down here.
Yep.
There's loads of wood going everywhere. Alright. Once you notice that there's at least 2 helpers on one stretch of road, you need to put in a flag. Because that means the road is being overworked. And the fortress is still coming along. The fortress is a little bit overkill, I'll admit. Especially for this level. But better safe than sorry. As far as I know, you can never actually kill the palace by building a military building close to it. Pretty much any other building can. Even these buildings can sometimes be killed by advancing your own. Why would you put a boat out there in the middle of nowhere? The AI certainly does make some strange decisions some of the time. Alright, how's the morale coming along? The same. Alright, I'll put a cut in here and I'll see you next time.